So it's Darci's Corner 2023. Um, I guess there's just a lot going on right now and a lot kind of happening in my world. Um, I'm really enjoying my time when I can do nothing but do the things that I enjoy doing when it's weather's nice. It's May and it's super hot out, which is probably bad for the globe, but for the moment where I'm at, it's pleasant because it was so cold for so long. So I will often spend my afternoons or my mornings over at the dog park, and I'll bring along my book, which I realize is showing up in reverse on the camera, but anyway, I'll bring along my book, and I'll just immerse myself in the world of Ayla and how she's struggling with her situations. And I guess it helps that the series has been out for a long time now. I know how it ends. But it's just nice to go back there again and just, oh yes, and I'm dealing with this problem and that problem. They're imaginary problems, it's not real. And it's just nice to do that. I guess it's escapism, but I think it's healthy escapism. I'm aware there's a real world out here. I went to the courthouse the other day and I got my restraining order, but it's not finalized yet. Then I had to go to the police and I had to give it to them so they could give it to my neighbors. And when the police officer came by today to give me my copy of the affidavit, I told him, like, I really don't want either one of my neighbors outside my front door smoking anymore. There's a smoking area at the other end of the apartment complex that they can go to that I would prefer they went to because they're within 200 meters of me there. Now, the restraining order isn't in effect yet, so I can't enforce that. But with regards to the person who assaulted me, there is some sort of an ordinance against him right now. It's not to have any contact with me and to stay away from me. And I'm like, well, he's always sitting at that smoking section, or often right outside my door, essentially. And I find that to be intimidating to go to work, go to the store, go to the park. I don't want to leave my house anymore because I might have to deal with him. Now, when it comes to dealing with bullies, I don't run. But still, I don't want to have to be ready for a fight every time I open my door. The anxiety with that is just, it's getting to be a lot now. It's not that I can't beat him verbally, physically if I have to. I can. I just don't want to have to be ready to do that every time I step out the door. It's beyond upsetting. I finally got approval for my EI, but then because of the payout I got from my workplace for my vacation time, my EI check was going to be 500 and like, I don't know, 60 or 70 bucks. And they clawed back 400 of it because of the vacation money that I got, that I've already spent on various bills. So I got 170 bucks. Try not to spend all that in one place. And my next check won't be here until the 15th or 16th. But my car payment comes out on the 15th, and it's 650 bucks. So, I mean, I have credit cards, and I have a rather large line of credit now. So I'm not going to lose my car. But, oh, it's just, it will be good for me when I can get myself fully employed again, making $20 an hour doing something. If I can get more than that, great. I did apply to a concrete company in Wetask when it was paying $29 an hour. So if I get it, that'll be good. I don't think I'm going to get the farm job now because they haven't called me back, and it's been several days. So I would think if they wanted me to have that job by now, they would have told me. Makes me sad, but that's okay. I can handle minor disappointments. The EI money will be there, the next payment. They're not going to claw back $400 every time. And then I'll stabilize. So I'll just tread water until life picks up, which it will eventually. Meantime, the other thought that was permeating my brain today is that the strawman argument that if everybody becomes gay or queer, that the world population is going to end. And I'm looking at a photo of a queer German who was killed in the Nazi concentration camps. And before he died, he said he committed some act of espionage on the Nazi side, and that was why he got caught. And he said, "I want it to be known that homosexuals are not cowards." Those were his last words before he died. But I'm looking at this picture, and I'm thinking about Alan Turing, who was the gay man who cracked the code to the Enigma machine and essentially won World War II for us. If the gays and queers were going to take over the world and wipe out humanity, why hasn't it happened yet? The gays and queers, like myself and other people, have been around forever. So I don't think you have to worry about the human population just stopping because suddenly we're all gay. It doesn't seem like that's a thing that's ever going to happen. My understanding is we have an overpopulation problem in the world by and large. And, if you look at the law of averages and how nature works, it seems that the queer solution is to, help reduce the population to within acceptable levels without ever actually having to kill anybody. If the queers stop producing, that's okay. There's plenty of straights out there that are going to produce. And they're going to produce, some of them are going to produce 1 or 2 kids, and some of them are going to produce 10 kids or 12 kids. That's okay. Anyway, I realize this is a common sense thing that most people do know. Still, I don't know why we're not teaching this in a more common fashion. Clearly, we need to educate our population better. And certain things are not up to democracy. They just can't be. Your right to exist, your right to vote should not be up for democratic debate. You can't vote because you're black, because you're Jewish, because you're tall, you're short, you're queer. No, that should not be up for democratic debate. Certain rights need to be set regardless of what democracy says. Hitler was elected to power. So was Trump. So was our current government in Alberta, was elected to power, and they are unfortunately being supported by a lot of pro-Nazi people and pro-Nazi policies. And it's sad and disgusting. The Nazi ideology can be democratically put into place, and certain rights need to be protected regardless of what democracy says. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. It's been plus 29, plus 30 out the last couple of days, so I've changed my dress, and I am enjoying my new look, even though I'm not enjoying my large gut. But we gotta deal with what we gotta deal with. Anyway, this is Darcy's Corner. I hope if you're watching this, you find this educational or useful. If you don't, that's okay. You can click away. Peace.